The Vanderbilt Commodores are one of the worst teams in college football and the worst in the SEC. So, in today's video, I added a superstar for every season they didn't win a national championship until they're at the top of college football. Vanderbilt's roster is pretty average. The offense has a bunch of 70s and 80s, and the defense has pretty much the same. First season goes better than expected at 6-7, but that means we get to spin the random wheel generator. Land on LSU, and there's a few options to pick, but we're going to go with a quarterback since we need help, and we'll take Jaden Daniels. Bumps the offense all the way up to an 83 overall. Should be a good boost at the quarterback position, and right away, Daniels is getting hit quite a bit. It feels like the offensive line is going to need an upgrade at one point, but Jaden Daniels so far is showing off his abilities as a passer and as a runner, and it leads Vanderbilt to a 7-0 lead to start the season with Ole Miss. Again, Daniels' legs are a key weapon for this Vanderbilt offense, and he's also showing that he can be a solid passer as well. 7-6 on the year. Daniels throws 11 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. The rushing attack is pretty solid. Daniels rushes for over 400 yards, but the passing attack still needs an explosive weapon. Back to the wheel, and we get Oregon, and we are going to take running back Bucky Irving. It boosts us all the way up to a 90 overall, and after that season, 6-6, Bucky Irving does break a couple of school records, which is pretty impressive. Jaden Daniels improves as a passer, 17 touchdowns. Bucky Irving rushes for over 1,500 yards and 19 touchdowns. The passing attack, once again, still needs some help. Back to the wheel, and we get Oregon State. We're going to take Talisi Fuaga. We also get Colorado, so we are going to take cornerback Travis Hunter, who could also play wide receiver for us. Boosts us all the way up to a 91. Hunter is also a good returner, and he shows that against South Carolina. We're 2-0 at the point in this season, and Hunter is going to take this one back for a huge return to get our season started. All the way back for a touchdown, a 7-0 lead for the Vanderbilt Commodores. A good start to this game against South Carolina. Jaden Daniels once again showing off his big arm there, and Bucky Irving later runs it in for a 21-0 lead. 21-14 as Vanderbilt catches up, and Travis Hunter shows off his abilities as a pass catcher. That's been a nice addition to this team, and it's a good offense that's putting up points. The defense struggles a little bit, but we see Bucky Irving once again breaking school records. As you can see, though, the pretty average record. So that means that we get to go back to the wheel. But after a solid season, I think a 7-6 season, there's still room to grow. So we're going back to the wheel. To speed things up, we're going to take two superstars on the next spin, whether that's on one team or two. And we do get Utah. So there's two players we can take: Cole Bishop at safety and Keaton Bills at offensive line. Boosts our offense to a 91. Defense goes to an 88. Hopefully that gets us better results. And it's a struggle, really, to this point. The Missouri Tigers show that our offense can't really move the ball in another 6-6 season, and the offense just isn't getting the job done. Daniels isn't throwing too many more touchdowns, and I think that we need to get a receiver at some point to help that out. All right, we're going to ramp it up even further, and we're going to take three superstars this time. We are going to take, on defense, we will take Texas A&M's Demonte Richardson, Florida State's Jared Verse, and on offense, we'll add to our offense line in Arkansas's Bo Limmer. Offense and defense are both up to a 93. We are a 93 overall, and we still somehow go 5-7. Daniels is struggling as a passer. 18 interceptions is not great. Bucky Irving, reliable as a runner, over 1,600 yards and 12 touchdowns. The passing attack is the main concern. We need a wide receiver at some point because it's not going to get the job done, and your leading receiver is only 600 yards. Fuaga is doing his job up front. Jared Verse has a huge year, 25 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks. Once again, three superstars. We get Ohio State, and that's a huge role for us. Marvin Harrison Jr. gives us a wide receiver one, and on defense, we actually get two players in Tommy Eichenberg and JT Tuimoloau. That should help tremendously. And right off the bat, Marvin Harrison Jr. is making big plays for us. Ole Miss cannot cover him. Jaden Daniels is loving to have this new receiver with plays like that. It's going to make life very easy for Jaden Daniels. Back to the rushing attack. Daniels showing off his wheels, and Vanderbilt will get on the board to start the season there. Once again, Marvin Harrison Jr. is cooking Ole Miss's defense, and the secondary has no options. They have no answer for him. A huge addition for the Commodores that's already making a big impact, and Travis Hunter also getting in as well. The offense continues to put up points, but as you can see, the defense is struggling to keep the other team off the scoreboard. Luckily, the offense has enough firepower to get us through. And finally, we get a breakthrough. We go 10-2, and we're ranked 9th going against the number 6 Clemson Tigers. And once again, our wide receivers continue to make a big play after big play. Marvin Harrison Jr. leads the way there. Jane Daniels continues to show consistency as a passer. It's amazing what happens when you have a receiver like Harrison. The defense is swarming. They are getting after Clemson's offense. They are absolutely laying the wood on Cade Klubnik, and they are making their presence known. Getting a big stop here in the first drive for the Clemson Tigers, getting the ball back to their offense. Daniels looks deep once again, and who else but Marvin Harrison Jr. The superstar is going to take this all the way to the house, gives Vanderbilt a 14-0 lead. Jane Daniels also breaks a school record on that pass. The offense gets the job done, a 42-23 win. A big year for Jane Daniels, 28 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 1,400 yards, and 16 touchdowns for Bucky Irving. Marvin Harrison Jr., 853 yards, 8 touchdowns. We still need to get ourselves more weapons on both offense and defense, and I have a feeling we're going to get some good players coming up. Next is going to give us the Texas Longhorns, and there have multiple players that we can pick from. Xavier Worthy at wide receiver, another big threat. Jalen Ford and Devondre Sweat will join the defense. We're up to a 99 overall, so hopefully that's enough to push us over the top. I feel like we're in a good place. Xavier Worthy and his speed will put him back at returner, see how he can do. And South Carolina is finding out just how fast he can be. And this is a big play to get our season to almost a 3-0 start. So we'll see what the offense can do. Jane Daniels is looking for his new target in Xavier Worthy, but it's picked off. Could this be trouble for the Vanderbilt Commodores? Are they going to have another mediocre season? We will find out. South Carolina goes up 7-0, and it's actually Jaden McGowan that's going to get us going here first. A big play. McGowan has speed. Can he get all the way? Missed tackle. He's going to get into the end zone to tie it up 7-7. We had another touchdown here with Bucky Irving. 14-7, a lead for the Commodores, and Xavier Worthy gets on the board once again here, 21-7 for Vanderbilt. Bucky Irving breaking off a big play. Somehow South Carolina doesn't have anybody in position. Can Bucky Irving make it all the way to the end zone? He's going to get caught. He gets tripped up at the 3-yard line, but Jane Daniels later punches it in for a 28-7 lead. Irving adds to that lead, 35-7, and it's a 70-14 win for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is all the way up to number 5 in the country when they face the number 10 Florida Gators. We will see how they do in a top 10 matchup. At this point, we're 8-0, and the defense has come to play. They are making big hits on Graham Mertz and the Florida offense. Imani Richardson's speed is too much, makes a big tackle there on Montrell Johnson. And once again, we see the speed of Xavier Worthy. We see what he is capable of doing, and the Gators find out, just like South Carolina did, that kicking the ball to him is not a smart option. He is inside the 30, a missed tackle, inside the 20, 10, touchdown. Vanderbilt is up 7-0. Jane Daniels looking for his star receiver once again. And Xavier Worthy, it's the Xavier Worthy show. He is making big play after big play. And Bucky Irving later punches in to extend the lead to 14. And it's pretty much all Vanderbilt from here. Bucky Irving gets another touchdown to extend the lead to 21-0. Jane Daniels and Xavier Worthy continue to hook up for more points, and it's a big first half lead that eventually gives Vanderbilt a 44-7 win, a big win in a top 10 matchup. We get all the way to the SEC championship game, and once again, it's the passing attack that is under the spotlight. Marvin Harrison Jr. cannot be denied for a 53-yard touchdown, but Arkansas is doing its part to keep this game close. They are making a number of big plays, and our defense simply does not have an answer on this first drive. Arkansas is moving the ball down well, and we're actually down 14-7 before Jaden Daniels finds Marvin Harrison Jr. on another big play for a touchdown to tie this game up. Later in the game, Bucky Irving running out the right side. Nobody's going to catch him, and it's a 22-17 lead. Bucky Irving adds another touchdown, but Arkansas will not go away. So we need all the points that we can get, and right now our offense is doing everything that it can to keep this lead ahead, and they eventually hold on for a 43-38 win and an SEC championship. And here we are where we want to be. The number 2 Vanderbilt Commodores face the number 1 Michigan Wolverines. Both teams are undefeated. Can Vanderbilt pull out the national championship? It starts out as a 10-0 lead for Vanderbilt here. We get off to a good start, but Michigan doesn't go away. They cut it to 10-3, and then when the ensuing kickoff, they kick to Xavier Worthy, and they're finding out, just like everyone else, Tackling him is not a fun option. He is absolutely blazing fast, and Michigan is not going to catch him to give Vanderbilt a 17-3 lead. Michigan does not go away, though, as Blake Corum runs off the right side, and our defense cannot take him down. A big rushing touchdown for Blake Corum and the Michigan Wolverines to pull within 7. Another kickoff, they once again kick to Xavier Worthy, and that is not a smart decision as he goes up the right side once again. Almost deja vu here, pretty much the exact same play. Michigan does not have the speed to track him down, and now the lead is up to 24-10. Michigan is going to make things interesting though as they respond with a touchdown of their own, 24-17. Jaden Daniels extends the lead to 31-17, but once again, Michigan will not go away. Start of the fourth quarter, it's 31-24. Bucky Irving extends the lead to a 2-touchdown lead, and later Jaden Daniels is almost getting tackled, but he runs it in to extend their lead even more. And it's pretty much all Vanderbilt from there, finally winning a national championship. This one took quite a few superstars to take home a national championship. Let me know who you want to see next. This one took obviously a while, and I'm interested to see who else you guys want to see for this series.